Hey VC, it's me Roger back with another video. Wow, I only got about 4 hours sleep last night, and but I had to get up and go to the record show this morning. These things only come to Nashville twice a year, so you know I marked my calendar. I had also won free admission at the last one, so I was going to be there no matter how wiped out I am. And it was a really good show. I came home and was, you know, cleaning records and spinning them and posting them on Facebook and stuff. And I decided, what the hell, why not make a video and just show everything I got. Some cool stuff. And I also want to talk about the whole Tatsuya Nakatani Gong Orchestra experience, which was amazing. I'll talk about that at the end and show some records I got from him. So yeah, I'm gonna put some music on in the background. Derek's forthcoming album, Murphy. Hey Derek, if you're watching, I hope you won't mind if I play your music in the background. I'm tired of getting copyright notices. What the hell? So yeah, I cleaned a few of these and listened to a couple of them. The rest of them, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, cool show. Ran into a VC member, Jim Hart. Hey Jim. Doesn't make videos, but he's on the Facebook page. Yeah, really great to meet you, Jim. I hope to do it again. VC is so amazing. He was like, I recognize you. I was like, I think he said, don't worry, I'm not a Fed. Yeah. Great fun. One of the members of the Gong Orchestra turned out to be a vendor at the show. Sounds really cool. So I'm just going to go into it. I'm really tired, so bear with me. Cheers, everybody. For Dr. Deadwax and Super Wes, this is New Belgium Tour de Fall Pale Ale. It's okay for supermarket beer. Kind of slightly hoppy ale, British ale kind of thing. Nice. Records, yeah. So now the first thing I'm going to show is like the biggest find of the day, and it's the kind of thing where you hang around the VC long enough, you start to pick up on things, you know. And this was a blind buy, but he wanted $5 for it, and I thought, well, for $5, I can't lose, right? But I had a feeling it had some of the signs. So this is Dave Wortman's Sun Ensemble, Earthly Delights, on Sweet Earth Records. Sweet Earth, Northampton, Mass. And I'm thinking, you have Private Press, and you have the John Coltrane reference and the title of the track on the second side there, Oh John Love Train. You know, what immediately came to mind was John Coltrane 68, JC68, Chris Cole. I mean, this just screamed Chris Cole to me, and I was like, for $5? Turned out I paid like $3. Came home, did a little research. This was a find. Sweet Earth was Marion Brown's record label. I didn't know that. You know, but I thought with that cover and just everything, it had to be cool for $5. And for $3, it was an absolute steal. You know, that's what's fun about record shows. You know, it can be a motley assortment of stuff, but you know, if you dig through it all, you find stuff. Now here's an example. I got this right at the end of the show. This is a guy had like mostly $2 records and just in cardboard boxes. And I dutifully dug through it all and found this, and he wanted $5 for it. This is Spirit, 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus, 1970 on Epic. Zeek had shown this in a recent video and was kind of raving about it. And you know, it's a record you see around, but often beat. And here this was, just fell in my lap. The cover was dirty, but the vinyl was like unplayed. It has a nice gatefold. This is an original, I think, from 1970. You know, I don't know if it's absolute first press or not. I don't know. But yeah, it has a super glossy cover, so all the dirt cleaned off really nicely. You know, I mean, it looks damn mint. You know, you open the inside, you can see, yeah, this is a used record, but you know, these super glossy covers can really clean up nice. And the vinyl, great record too. I wasn't familiar with this. You know, like, you know, go listen to Zach's description of it. It's kind of hard rock, kind of psychedelic, some pop elements. Great record. I need to get the rest of their catalog, I think. Alright, I got a huge stack here, and the only other one I cleaned, I haven't listened to it yet, but this was a great find. This is Black Mass, Lucifer. This is really Mort Garson. Analog synthesizer stuff. Haven't listened to this yet. I'm really excited to. It's absolutely mint. And this was not cheap, but got this from the guy in the Gong Orchestra. Yeah, I mean, I don't see this stuff around, so I'm super stoked for this. Mort Garson, someone that Carm, Gorvo71 has talked a lot about, who went on to do other stuff that I'm also not familiar with, but yeah, this is from 71. Yeah, very cool. I'm gonna set that aside for a sec. Alright, I'm going to quickly just show the stack. Like I said, I haven't cleaned them or played them. This is also from the Gong Orchestra guy. Creative Construction Company, Volume 2. With Mulhall, Richard Abrams, and Anthony Braxton, Richard Davis, Leroy Jenkins, Steve McCall, and Leo Smith. I mean, that's a killer lineup. I recently found the first volume, and I don't think I've ever seen this, or if I did, it was a long time ago. I lived in Boston or something and was not hip. This, still in shrink wrap, not expensive, on Nessa. Charles Tyler's Song of the Outlaws. Polyphonic Sonic Tale of the Old and New West. The back cover has a subtitle that says Ride of the Marauders. I'm not that familiar with Charles Tyler. I am familiar with the Nessa label. But yeah, this has Charles Tyler on alto saxophone, Earl Cross on trumpet, John Orr on bass, left channel, Ronnie Boykins bass on right channel, and Steve Reed on drums. 1976 on, no, came out, recorded in 76, came out in 78 on Nessa. John Orr and Ronnie Boykins both played with Sun Ra in sort of his classic period, so I was like, for what little he, you know, wanted for it. Vinyl appears to be in good condition. Score there. Here's Larry Coryell's Offering on Vanguard from 1972. Appears to be in really nice shape. Those appear to be pretty interesting dudes. Now here is a VC fave that, you know, I would have passed on previously, and I almost feel like when I was a kid I had one of these, but I could be wrong. I haven't listened to this yet. I'm really excited to check it out with these new VC informed ears. This is Everything You See Is Me by Rasa. It's a... I'm tired. It's Krishna consciousness kind of thing, right? From... when is this from? 78? I feel like I might have gotten one of these at an airport when I was a kid. I could be wrong. I might be thinking of something I got because it had George Harrison's name on it. So my understanding is that it's Chris McDaniels and McDaniels folks that make this good. So it's in really nice shape. Didn't pay a lot of money for it. I'm psyched to check it out. Here's an interesting one. This is clearly a reissue. This is Pearls Before Swine, One Nation Underground. Not sure. 67 originally came out. Tom Rapp and that sort of very political folk psych kind of thing. It's on ESP disc from 2009 reissue, and interestingly, it's signed and numbered by Bernard Stolman, who is, you know, the infamous guy behind ESP disc. So that's kind of cool. Great record. I've been looking for on vinyl for a while, and you know, reissue or no, that kind of makes it cool. This Oscar Guerrero was telling me on Facebook that apparently he finds these things in the bargain bins. I was kind of surprised to find it so cheap. This is something I've had on CD since it came out, and when did it come out? 1988. Yes. This is Bong Water, Double Bummer, and Shimmy disc. And I haven't listened to this in years and years. Decade, probably. But I saw it like unplayed, cheap. So yeah, Bong Water was Ann Manguson, performance artist mostly, and she sings, has a nice voice actually. And it's Kramer and Dave Licht and Dave Rick. I was looking at this, it says Don Cherry's on this, and I can't really tell you where he appears, because like I said, I haven't heard this in a decade. But it was fun to find this. This was the Gong Orchestra guy again, and not sure what this is going to be, but I think it's going to be cool. Wichita Fall, Life is But a Dream. 69, I think. Nice gatefold. I'm, you know, psychedelic pop, apparently. I'm excited to check it out. It's mint. Here's Gong Shamal, I guess it's called. Yes, it is a white label promo. US pressing. Yeah, I like Gong. I don't have very much of it, and I don't see this stuff very much, so when I do, I grab it. Here's another VC fave. The jacket looks bad, but Stomu Yamashita, with Steve Winwood and Michael Shreve and Aldi Meola and Klaus Schultz on this. Yeah, the cover was beat and it was cheap, but I opened it up and it's in a VRP sleeve. That always tells me, you know. And yeah, this is mint vinyl. As Dr. Deadwax says, can't play covers. And this has a booklet. Yeah, I'm excited to check this out. Prague, I'm guessing. I'm not sure what this is. Kayak? and it's called See the Sun. From 1973 on Harvest, and basically that's why I bought this. It's in really nice shape. It's on Harvest. It's cheap, and the cover is horrible but great at the same time. I mean, here you have these guys looking about 10, looking all serious, and then you have smile guys. Terrible, but great too, and I don't know. So yeah, this is on Harvest. You know, when I joined the VC, I didn't really set out to like learn about like more records to buy, because I feel like there's already in my head so many records I want. The last thing I need is you know, more records. It can get kind of maddening, and you know, I'll come and go. But anyway, the knowledge you glean from hanging around here makes record shows in particular much more fun, because, I mean, like I was saying, it can be just and today it was just, you know, the people that knew what they had and other people that just had junk, and then there was all kinds of other, you know, and you can always bargain with these people, and, you know, it's... So, anyway, I think I remember seeing this in the VC somewhere. And I'm really not sure what it's going to be like, but I love the cover. This is Solution by Cordon Bleu on MCA from 1975. Really nice shape, not expensive. You guys tell me. I don't know. And, you know, again, hanging around the VC, what I always thought of as new age and cheese and stuff is, you know, not necessarily so. And it's like opened my eyes to, like, you stumble upon something and you go, you know, sort of like that Private Press or that Marion Brown label thing. It's like lots of little signs pointed to it being really cool, and so. But you can be misled, you know. You can also be. I was looking at one record and it had a really cool cover, and it was like a double album gatefold, but anyway, it turned out to be something I absolutely would not want to have anything to do with. I'll just put it that way. Anyway, so this is one of these records that I'm not sure what to do. I, you know, looked on my phone and kind of confirmed what I thought. This is Tonal Alchemy by David Muse on Diva Records from 1981. You know, again, it's like, okay, the cover art, you have Private Press, 1981. David Muse plays soprano saxophone, flute, wooden flute, alto flute, Oberheim 4-voice synthesizer, OB1 synthesizer. You know, so we got synthesizer, Fender Rhodes, and then his friend plays sitar and tambura. What's not to like, right? This is another record Zach showed, and it's not an uncommon record. But again, when I find them, they're often. I guess this is a record people like to play, but this is Nectar, A Tab in the Ocean. This is from 1972. This is on Passport. Came out in 1976 in the U.S. on Passport. Jacket's not in great shape, but the vinyl appears to be like unplayed. So can't play the covers. Even though that's a great cover, it'd be nice to have a mint copy of it. It's kind of a matte kind of finish, so it's anyway. Here's a record I see all the time, but I think it's again Mark Dr. Deadwax had talked about it and shown it, and this was cheap and in great condition. This is Cloud 2's first record on Capitol. Not sure when this is from. 76? Yeah, I've always liked the cover, but wasn't really sure what I was getting into. And there's also this title, Anus of Uranus. You know, I have enough Zappa. I don't know that I need any more of that kind of thing. But anyway, people seem to like this, so I'm going to check it out. This is a record I have been looking for, but again, trying to find it in good shape is kind of hard. This is Buddy Miles, A Message to the People. That awesome gatefold. Interior gatefold. This is on Mercury from not sure. Let's see. It's not going to tell me. Yeah, early 70s. Really nice shape. And, you know, not expensive. It does have this writing. Apparently it was owned by Abdul Mati. That's kind of cool. Just a couple more. George Duke, Dream On. This is on Epic from 1982. Yeah, it's going to be the keytar. But who cares? It's George Duke and it was really cheap. Finally, this was kind of a blind, not really blind. I knew who some of this stuff was. It's going to be kind of avant-garde, classical pop. I'm not sure really. Blue Jean Tyranny plays keyboards on this, along with Peter Gordon on horns. Some other interesting people are on this. Anyway, it was recorded in 1977, came out in 1977 on Lovely, which is an interesting label. So this is in really nice shape and was cheap, so why not? That was a good record show. I feel like that was a really interesting stack of records for not a whole lot of money. There's a while there where these record shows were really lame. I guess it was before the vinyl renaissance. Anyway, I thought you guys would like to see this. But now I want to talk a little bit about the Tatsuya Nakatani Gong Orchestra experience, for those that are interested. It was kind of a scramble because there was some miscommunication. We didn't have as many people as he expected to have. But we rallied and got enough people to come. And what's interesting is that he wants musicians and non-musicians, like artists and dancers and people like that, to play the gongs as well, because it's, even though they are an instrument in themselves, and these bows, handmade bows that he's made for them, you know, they are an instrument, but no one plays them but him. So he has to teach you how to make the sounds that he wants. So the first part of the rehearsal was just that, like how to bow, where to put the bow, muting the gongs, hitting the gongs, dynamics. And then after a break, he showed us his hand gestures and explained how it was going to go. And we sort of rehearsed how the hand gestures worked, you know, which were like, told people who was going to play and how loud and what to do, whether bow or hit or and so he conducted this. It was 10 people. And so during the rehearsals, at first I was like, wow, are we going to pull this together? And he was so cool. He was so kind and down to earth. Really nice guy, but very serious and very, he knew what he wanted and was going to get what he wanted. You know what I mean? But the way that he was able to do that was in such a kind way, and also by showing how the physicality of working with these gongs creates these vibrations that move through your body and back through the gong as you hold the. And anyway, there was a moment at the end of the rehearsal where we were like doing a decrescendo, you know. And there was a moment where, and you could feel it, where everybody could hear everybody, and it was glorious. You know, it was one of those magical musical moments. And so I thought, okay, I feel like everybody now at least gets this sonorous sound that he's looking for. So then the performance didn't start until 9, which was much later. And I'm an old guy and usually go to bed early. But I was really excited about this. And so I had a nice dinner with my wife and then went back into town. And he did a solo percussion set himself. And he was funny. He was like, oh, you people in the Gong Orchestra, you know, pay attention, you know, this is your last chance to learn, you know, how to do it. And his solo performance was unbelievable. Oh, and there's a really nice crowd. It was standing room only, which was really nice. And there was a light show, a liquid oil water light show, right out of the 60s. That was cool. Yeah, his solo performance was intense. To say that his playing is unconventional belittles what he's doing, but you know, as he said, he's pretty much self-taught, but you could only be self-taught to do what it is that he does. He's a force of nature, really. Let me tell you. It was such a privilege to work with him. So anyway, we kind of huddle. There was an intermission, and then we kind of huddle, and he goes over the sign system again, real briefly, and gives us a little pep talk. It was like a real nice moment. And the piece was supposed to be 27 to 33 minutes long. And we hadn't played together anywhere near that long. A lot of us were a little freaked out about how we would possibly fill that much time without our arms falling off. But it started, and before I knew it, it was over. I was like, that couldn't have possibly been a half an hour. And it was like, no, it's 27 minutes. I don't know what that tells you, but I mean, I have very vivid memories of moments, but again, those fleeting moments where it's like, wow, it's happening, you know, but then it's not. But that's built into what he's doing, you know, like wanting to work with non-musicians and people for whom using a bow is about the most foreign thing ever. It's part of his trip. It's a beautiful thing, and it's a community art project. You know, everyone volunteers to do this, and this beautiful thing happens. I wish I could have been out in the audience to hear what all 16 gongs going sounded like, because, you know, I'm standing next to this gigantic gong, and when it's going, I can't hear anything really. But people were blown away. Another amazing experience I'm so grateful to have been able to be a part of. And so he had some records for sale, so hell yeah. And some vinyl. Not just vinyl, I didn't even know this existed. I don't know if this just came out. Anyway, it's the Nakatani Gong Orchestra on Taiga. Recorded in 2011 and 2012. I think these are early versions of the Gong Orchestra. It's gotten bigger as he's gotten more gongs. yeah, I'm really excited about this. This will give me an opportunity to hear something of what it might have actually sounded like. The space where the performance was in, it's in this revitalized industrial area over in kind of the south, over on the other side of the tracks in Nashville. This former industrial area that, you know, artists are trying to renovate and do things, and so it was in this kind of sort of partially completed renovation, a big Quonset hut. And so I can only imagine what all these gongs ringing through this huge space would have sounded like. Anyway, so he had a couple CDs. Well, he had several. I got these. This is Presence. This is solo percussion. There he is. Yeah, his set was really interesting. A really small bass drum, but that had this huge sound, and singing bowls and broken cymbals that he would scrape together, and it was mind-blowing. Here's another one. I Got It Bad with Asif Sahar. Is that how you say it? Sahar. Who plays horns, tenor sax, and bass clarinet. He's on hopscotch. Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm really glad to have some more of his stuff in my collection. I gave him an LP. Ooh, a half-hour video. Sorry, folks. Well, people who tuned out after the records were shown, I don't blame you. But I had to share with those who care, and some do. I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.